Alrighty then, welcome back everybody, welcome back to the expressions. So I actually fixed up the mouth a little bit more. And now that is looking like a good talking one. And yeah, let's continue. I'm finishing this off so we can actually move on to the next bit. So where was I? Yeah, I was busy with doing this, right? I have this one done. I have the hair done. I have the eyes done, and now I can actually move to the next bit, which is then the color of the clothing. So let's do that. So I'm gonna put that there, and we're gonna pick up the clothing, which we already have, which is quite nice always. There we go. We're gonna be doing first the base colors, and then we're gonna add in the rest. So that's what I'm planning to do at least. There we go. Then we're gonna be aiming to get ourselves the other one, which is this one, and then after that we're almost good to go. There we go. Now we have the baseline colors done. Now we're going to be adding in the colors that we need. So first things first, we're going to add in the darker color. Then we're adding in the lighter color. And by doing this, we actually do create, actually consistency in the coloring of it all, which is important, which is actually one of the most important parts anyway. All right. And then we're going to add in the coloring for the necklace, and then after that, it should be all fine. All right. Now we've done that, we now actually have what we need, right? Yes, but this bit needs to be a little bit lighter. All right, now that we've done that, we can now actually focus on the rest. So now that we've done that, we now need to get ourselves towards this bit, which is technically underneath. Well, above this, but then again, we're dealing with a color problem, so that's the problem. All right. We need to make sure that that is underneath here. Yes, we need to actually do this. There we go. Now we've done that, we can actually now get ourselves to where I want to be with this. So, now that we have done that, we actually can then actually add in the color difference so that we actually have the darker hair as well. And then after that, we're going to be adding in a line coloring difference. And after that, we're going to be aiming to get ourselves towards this bit, which means we need to go here. And then we're going to add in the lighter color, and then afterwards we're going to be adding in the white. Cool. Now that we've done that, we can now actually move to the next one, which is actually on top of it. So that is going to be on top of here. So now we have this bit. This bit, right? Yeah, this bit actually needs to, so this actually needs to be then on above this. No, above this. And then, okay. And then group it. There we go. Damn it. Yes, like that. And like that, I actually have what I need, right? Most likely. All right, now we have done that. Now we need to get the next bit. That means that we need to add in lighter colors and then afterwards darker colors, right? That is the right color, right? Oh, it's not. It's not the right color. Ah, I see I made a mistake here in the coloring. It happens sometimes. Right, and then we're gonna go now back here and get the colors that I need. Right, now I have done that. Now I need to get the darker color in, right? Yeah. So let's do that. All right. And then, of course, here. Alright, now we need to get ourselves the coloring up again. So let's do that first. There we go. And after that, we need to also add in those sticks. And after that, that should be all fine. Because I need to then only add the light color towards it. Let's save first. There we go. All right, now we have done that. What we now need to do is add some more business towards it, and that means I need to now add in the last bit, which is then the hair cam. Well, the hair light. Hair light. It is the word for it. The hair light. Let's go for 11 for this. And then, of course, add a second color to it. And then we're gonna be just casually look it up. What's I need to put this upwards. This bit I need to put upwards. So time to make that happen. Let's try this again. So we have now this, and that is not what I want. Like that. And then we can now actually get that line in there. Okay, so now we have done that, we have done that, we have done this, we have done that. Yes, that should be it, right? No, it's not yet finished. There we go, and now we're gonna add in the last bit. And then that should give us the right amount of stuff that we need to work with. Nice. Now we've done that, we can actually get this one back. Now we can get this one. Now we have done that back. Now we need to get the line work back. So now we need to get one line that is gonna be very important, which is this one. It's the one line that needs to be that is very important. There is nothing much to it, but yes, there's one line that needs to be done. Technically that is a line that we can actually extend twice, or what? Can we actually make it thicker? Yeah, we should make it thicker. Ugh. I hate doing that. There we go. Now we actually made it much more aggressive. There you go. Now we're gonna make that happening, so we're gonna pick up the original drawing again. That is then Toshiba F with no. There you go, and then this one, and that one, and then that one, and then this one. No, this one. Yes. Copy that layer. Now paste that layer down below. And then we have that again. Then the question is like, do I want to keep it like that, or do I want to keep it like this? Yes. Now the question is, do I want to use pace? Well, it's targeting, so technically it should be just, you know, blue. So I think we're gonna go for a more nicer setting, so let's do that. First go for full blue, then go for light blue. Alright, now we're gonna go fixing up the things that we have left behind. Because we need to do that anyway. Well, actually, I did actually pretty clean job here, so that's good. That is in the hair department. So let's do that part. This bit, that is gonna be this one. There you go. And then in this bit is that bit, right? No, this one. Yes. All right. Now, with that said, I actually want one more thing to be done. All right, then we're gonna make sure that we have this one to be on a layer size, drop shadow, and then 50%, I think that is good enough. Yes. But then we need to go back towards the hair. And we need to erase this tiny bit of work. There you go. Now that is all fixed, that is all done, and now we actually have something to work around with. Oh. I always spot difficulties when I'm done with drawing pits. Okay, now we're gonna go here. And there we go. Now we have done that. We now actually have a talking voice. So we have, well, you know, a more happy voice, and we have a talking voice. Like, you know, we can actually go. We can now actually make this a little bit more easier. So let's go with that talking expression. Blah blah blah. Let's save it first on this one, and then we're gonna go save it as. We have happy talk PNG, blah 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 blah. No, and then we're gonna go for PNG version. There we go. And then we have now that one, yes. So now if we open the PNG, we have that. Good. Now we're going to be also saving that as a WebPNG just in case. Like so. All right, cool. And now if we then load up Terranobola, it should work. So let's no further ado, let's see if it actually works out. Probably will. Most likely. But yeah, that is how to change. Well, I didn't change up a lot of things, but yes, I did change the expression. I made it talk. I made her talk, so that's the good part. And now, did that? I can then actually also make some, like, you know, silly silly things, like, you know, the when you get hit in the head or something like that, like, you know, you have those googly eyes that are turning around, those whirlpool eyes and all that stuff. I can actually do as well quite easily. um scene scene 2. Let's go for Mina exiting, Mina joining the scene, and then of course we're gonna add in a new expression. So let's go for Mina talking. So we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go positioning. Yep, there you go. Accept, and then of course change the expression of Mina. Change the expression of Mina. There you go. And then we're gonna go for browser, and then we're gonna say Mina. I think that actually is better to keep that highlight in there the same, like what Loda actually did. All right, so hold up. I think we're gonna need to change that up. Which we can easily do that. We can actually just, you know, but then again, eh. But I actually should, so I will. Damn it. All right, where is the stupid? There's the stupid, and there is the critter. So let's fix that up. Let's pick up the talking critter, and then of course switch this up again to a yellowish glow. There you go. Now we're gonna save it. And then we're gonna save it as the PNG file. So we need to quit this and then save it as the PNG file again. Easy. And then we're gonna be also saving it as the WebPNG file. There you go. Wait, cancel. So now we have this one. We can actually change this. So we're gonna remove this, and now we're gonna change it up with this one. Dang it. Hold up. I need to change this to a different layer, so hold up. Quit. I know what is going on here. So I need to just remove this one again from the scenery. So yes. And then cancel out. And then start it up again. I believe that is the way to do it. So let's just open it up. And then hopefully get to where I want to be with this. Scene 2. Alright, so there you go. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna add in expression change. Next is expressions change from Mina. There you go. And now it's saved. So now we're going to go back to here. So preview from here. Yep, that will work just fine. And now actually everything works as it should be. All right, good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks great. And the quality of the images as well, pretty decent. So that's good. All right. I hope you'll enjoy it for now. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day. And bye.